All right, y'all, we got another. Go all around the video and tell you about it. Let's go ahead and get into it. So first off, this is a project vehicle. We're going through our inventory, getting rid of some of the vehicles that we don't have time to go through. So we're going to start off with this one. Like I said, 1969 deuce and a quarter, finished in black paint. I'll highlight, you know, as much of the stuff as I can. Sitting on white walls already. From 5 to 10 feet away, she does look pretty clean. Got tinted windows already. Got skirts. You can see one of the skirts is dented in right there. They also blacked out the emblems. It's kind of hit or miss if you like that or not. Looking down the side, she doesn't appear to be too wavy or any crazy dents or anything like that. Coming around the trunk, you can kind of see where the paint, you know, definitely could use a really good cut and buff. But I think eventually it's going to end up needing a repaint in some areas. Some of the trim is missing around the trunk. There is a piece of chrome that normally runs all the way across, like right here. Bumper fillers are missing. Bumper is in pretty good shape. Got a couple little scratches here, but no crazy dents, pitting, or rusting. Looking down this side, no crazy dents or anything in the bodywork. Glass is in good condition. No cracks, no rock chips or anything. And then the chrome around the windshield is good as well. Looking at the actual hood itself, no crazy dents or rock chips here. Looking around here, you can see this is, you know, looks like they painted the weather stripping, and it might be misaligned a little bit as well. They also painted around the chrome around the headlights. Like I said, it's all personal preference. I kind of like the chrome myself. Bumper is in good shape though. No dents, no rust or anything there. Give me a minute. Let me get the keys. That way we can check the trunk as well. Give me one moment. There we go. A little bit hard getting it with one hand. As you see under the engine bay, could use a little bit of cleaning up. We got power brakes. It's a 430. It is AC equipped. AC is not connected. Looks like they put a new alternator on, and of course we got power steering. So let's go ahead and check out the trunk. As y'all can see, the pollen has been crazy down here. As soon as you open the door, every single thing gets covered in pollen. Trunk has been dyno matted all the way out. We'll check it underneath. Interior is relatively decent. We got black interior. Looking at the passenger seats, no rips or tears or anything. We got speakers back there. We'll check to see if they're actually connected. Carpet eventually will need to be replaced. Not only has it been discolored, but there's a few rips up in the front as well. Driver side, door panel is actually in decent shape and no warping or anything like that. Again, like I said, this car is going to need some work. That's why we're listing it as a project vehicle to clear out. That's what I was talking about with the carpet. There are some tears. Front seats aren't horrible, but they could use some work too. As you can see, the trim came apart here, and we got a couple of cracks that will end up turning into bigger rips if not addressed. Other than that, dash is in solid condition, no cracks or anything. And we'll check everything else on the test drive. She does run, brake, and stop. That's one of our minimum requirements before we do any type of project vehicles. Passenger seat is in a little bit better shape than the driver's seat, of course. And this is another spot, that's what I was saying about the carpet. It is going to end up needing new carpet. Door handle hanging off there. Like I said, she's a solid starter car, but it's gonna have to go to somebody that can, you know, probably do paint and body. So, all right, stay tuned. We'll go ahead and get on the test. All right, y'all, we're ready to go on the test drive in the 69 Electra. Fire's right up. The top did have to be operated manually, so it's up. It's locked down. We'll see it from the outside once we get it on the rack and all of that. Turn signals are working from the outside, not from the inside. Lights are on. I don't know if you can see like how crazy bright they are. They're LEDs, so they're lighting up everything. Again, like I said, no AC, not connected. And I'm assuming once they took the sounds out, it did something with the speakers, because I hear nothing. The motor is working for the top, but it wasn't making the top actual move, so that's why. Windows going up, down. That one is not going down. You can hear that click, that's the horn. It's not doing anything. For some reason when you hit the brakes, both these lights come on. The odometer reads 47,000 and I think 183. I can't see because the speedometer thing is right there. But let's go ahead, take her on this test drive. I can tell this car had big rims on it before. I can just tell by how the wheels was sitting. So I don't know if it's because it's got taller ball joints or what. She sounds good, and the throttle response is decent. Speedometer is coming up. It's got me doing about 15 right now, which is accurate. Hands off the steering wheel. She's pulling all the way to the left for sure. Brakes are solid. They're stopping like they're supposed to. This is how the steering wheel is while driving. Like I said, she needs to be adjusted and there needs to be some type of alignment for sure. Outside of that though, the drive is smooth. I'm not bouncing all over the place. And again, the throttle response is good. The motor sounds good. Just kind of cruising, so. Seems like she's got a solid powertrain. The shifts were on point. Not gonna slam on the brakes too hard. I would definitely say though, if somebody was able to actually put the time into this car to make it what it should be, it's a beautiful car. Like, as anybody can attest, Deuce and the Quarters already look amazing, but especially in that triple black, black top, black interior, black paint, it's just something about it. They look amazing, the body lines and everything. So like I said, this one just needs a little bit of work to be where it needs to be. And I don't hear the turn signals either, so they're not clicking and they don't light up, but they light up when you hit the brake. So they had to have done something when they were wiring all the sounds, I'm assuming, but I'm not sure. sounds good. There's no hesitation, no sputtering or anything, and I don't hear any weird noises. Definitely could use some type of suspension work though. And like I said, she's rubbing on that turn, and I mean, it's got the stocks, I don't know if they're 14s or 15s, but it's got the stock wheels on it, and those should never be rubbing. So something was done to the suspension to put the big wheels on. I can tell, I'm just not sure exactly what. Once we get it on the rack, like I said, we'll highlight some more issues, but then also check to see what might have been done as well. So stay tuned, get her on. Okay, so we got the 69 Electra up on the air, starting with the rear bumper. Again, the bumper is pretty decent. No crazy dents, cracks, or too much rust, honestly, pretty decent. Getting underneath it, this is where it's gonna kind of show why we're really listing this as a project vehicle. Looking at the floors, you do have some of the original undercoating peeling. Trunks aren't too bad, but again, you can tell where it's starting to peel, so there is gonna be a little bit of rust for sure. Getting further up, looks like the exhaust had been done at some point in time. Obviously they didn't do a good job. They used wire to kind of hang it instead of actually getting exhaust hangers. The brake lines were redone, at least one of them was at some point in time. You can tell, got drum brakes in the back. Moving further up, definitely gonna need floors. You can see right here, and then little bit here, not as soft, but eventually, so you might as well just say you don't need floors all the way around. And this is another spot. Came off the test drive, not seeing any leaks or anything from the trans or the oil pan. This is a new transmission. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say it's new, but at least it's a new bell housing. You can tell by how clean it is. And back here, so at some point in time that had to have had some work done to it. Drum brakes up in the front. As I said, I can tell that there were wheels on here at some point in time. And they changed out the shocks up in the front as well, and the sway bar links have been redone. Front bumper, not bad as far as dents and everything. Little tiny bit of rust spots there. Coming around the passenger side, definitely gonna need new inner wheel wells or fenders. Frame isn't horrible. Coming along the driver's side, like I said, this car just really needs a lot of TLC to be where it needs to be. Wanted to go ahead and give you guys a look at the lights from the front. Like I said, I really like these LED lights. Not only are they super bright, but I kind of like them. And then also, so you can see how the top looks with it up. Top is in good condition. I don't see any rips or tears or anything. We got a little bit of the seam coming off around here, but the glass is still intact. But otherwise, again, if you're interested in this project, 1969 Buick Electra, make sure you give us a call, 256-801-4409. Check us out at Rolling Museums on Instagram and the website, of course. Appreciate you watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below.